It was one of the wildest heavyweight fights in Aussie boxing that ended with a knockout scene all over social media. We've got the Western Sydney brawler versus the country boy with a chin like concrete. It was a knockout that we all remember. Now, boys, this is the first time you've sat across from each other since you last fought. Liam, how's it feel?
Feels good, bro. Feels good. Feels good to be back here in this position to face Grach again, so I'm ready to rock and roll.
Well, April 6th, we run it back. This isn't going to be just a rematch. This is going to be another war. One of these two men is getting put to sleep again. Brandon, how's the preparation been going into this fight?
Best prep I've had, mate. It's nothing's come close. Last fight I had barely any sparring. Like, I think everyone around knows just how much I put into this camp, and there's nothing stopping me from putting this bloke to sleep again.
Now, Liam, he's very confident that he puts you to sleep again. Let's have a bit of fun with this one. Describe Brandon in one word.
Lucky.
Lucky?
Very lucky.
Brandon is obviously talking about the shot that you caught him with. Do you think you got lucky?
No, not at all. Luck comes to those who work hard.
How would you describe Liam in one word?
Done.
Now, going off that last fight, you've obviously had a fight in between. There's some people online that think you probably don't deserve a rematch. Do you think you deserve this rematch?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely I deserve this rematch. He says he worked. He said he's not lucky with that shot. If you clearly look back in the video, I worked for every shot that I gave Brandon to put him on the canvas, and obviously I gave it to him way too easy, you know. So it's definitely not gonna happen again.
Why did you want this rematch so badly?
Because it's something that, it was a big thing that happened in my career, you know, to date, you know, to have such a loss like that, you know, and it's just something that I need to correct for the things to start flowing again in my career.
Now, Brandon, be honest, do you think he deserves a rematch?
I think you know, he's out to prove something to himself, and if that's what the public wants to see, then we're going to put it on. So, mate, however it goes down, 1 round, 2 rounds, 8 rounds, it's going to happen. It's going to go my way. So, I mean, he's going to try all night, and so am I. But does he deserve a rematch? Yeah, why not? He's one of the better heavyweights in the country. That's why, you know, I had no fear fighting him in my second pro fight. This is my 4th. I'm a whole lot different now. So, you know, bring it on.
Now, boys, let's be honest with each other. On April 6th, you're going out there to kill each other. Okay, you're going out there to take each other's heads off. So don't hold anything back. What do you think the biggest weaknesses are in Liam's game?
Ring IQ. I don't think his IQ is anywhere near the level of mine. I know what I can do in the ring. I know who I've been in with. I know what I have been doing. And I've been that way for a long, long time, since I was a kid. And even though I had such a long time out the sport, who can come back after 12 years and do what I've done in 3 professional fights, this being my 4th. So I think I'm levels above the competition. I'm levels above Liam. And on April 6th, everyone's going to see why the Bull is going to take over the heavyweight division.
Liam is very confident, thinks you're not very smart in the ring. What do you think the biggest weaknesses are in his game, and how do you respond to that?
Well, you said we're going to go in there and kill, bro. I'm definitely not going to go kill this guy. I'm definitely going to punish him. And if he talks about IQ, we saw how it happened the last fight. We saw who worked for their shots, and we saw who got put down on the canvas with their shots based on IQ. So come April 6th, that's what's definitely going to happen, brother. I'm going to show you whose IQ is on top. I'm going to show you how it's all going to happen. And it's definitely not going to be a kill shot, brother.
Bring it on.
It's just going to be peppering straight onto your face, brother.
Bring
That's
it
just
on.
how it's going to be.
Bring it on, man.
You know what I mean?
I'm going to render you useless.
Oh, brother, you can try.
I will.
You can try.
Well, you said you're going to go out there and try and punish him. You guys got in the middle of the ring and just started throwing hands last time. Are you going in there with some sort of game plan?
Well, I can tell you this. I've had the best camp that I've ever had. Unfortunately, on that last go, like we know, this game is, it's not how strong you are, not how big you are. It's basically what comes down to what you can, how you sort of deal with your mental game. Unfortunately, on that night, that's not what was happening on my end. I had a great camp. I was very strong, and just that last bit of preparation was, just all came down to that on the end of the night. And I can tell you this much: there's nothing going on deterring anything that's up here in my mind. I know exactly what I need to do, and that's exactly what I'm going to do.
Now, Brandon, do you just see Liam as another stepping stone in the heavyweight division, or is he actually a threat to you?
Every heavyweight fight is dangerous. There's there's no stones left unturned in preparation. There's a reason for that. We're heavyweights. We know what we can do. We fought each other before. There's nothing to hide. Is this a stepping stone? Every fight's a stepping stone to the next fight, but every fight's also the biggest fight of your career. So, and don't get it twisted, man. I've put in the work in here and in here, physically, mentally, to know nothing's going to stop me till I reach my goals.
Like I said, we've got the country boy from Newcastle versus the Western Sydney brawler. Which area do you think breeds the tougher boxer?
Everyone knows where Western Sydney is and what the type of talent that we breed out there from any type of sport. You can name whatever sport, you go out to Mount Druitt and you see the talent that's out there. And I guess where it all separates us from the rest of where I'm from is who's willing to put the hard work, who's willing to go past that thought of knowing that you are good. It's hard work. And to tell you the truth, from where I grew up, I shouldn't be here right now facing this lad right now. I shouldn't be under the bright lights. I shouldn't be where I am right now. But I'm here because I've been that 5% of where I come from. And I've earned my spot in this, to be in this chair right now, to face this lad. And nothing's taken. I've been preparing my whole life just to be here. So your little few months of preparation and all that stuff, brother, it's on comparison, bro.
What do you say to that, Brandon?
Good for him. Good for him.
Well, speaking of Newcastle, it's going to be in your hometown, this fight. Does that make it all the more sweeter? You're going to try and get a knockout in front of your people?
That's what I'm here to do. You know, I grew up in the area. I grew up literally running past that stadium and Marathon Stadium every day of my life when I was a kid, dreaming of these moments, that my name will be on the boards, I see my name in lights, I'm going to be fighting there, I'm going to fill out stadiums. Here we are, man. So, yeah, look, in a sense, you know, it's a dream come true, one that I lost for a long time when I was out doing other stuff in life. But, man, one thing's for certain, there's a reason why they call me the Bull, and that's, someone gave me that name because they've known me all my life, and they know that whatever I do, I'm 110% into everything. So there's no stones unturned. This is it. Bring it on.
He was talking about his upbringing. Did your upbringing in Newcastle prepare you for this moment?
Absolutely. You know, look, everyone's got their own story, you know, like hardships, you know, trouble, all that sort of stuff. I've been through it all. I've grown through it all. You know, 12 years outside the ring taught me a whole lot about life, and I've done a whole lot of shit. And every time I walk into that ring, I take it all in there with me. So, man, we could all say the same thing. You know, we're boxers. We don't come from, you know, silver spoon families. So, man, it's pretty special. It's in my hometown. I can put it out to all my fans.
Liam, how do you feel going into enemy territory? Are you going in for the ambush? Are you bringing any cousins?
Well, there's definitely going to be a lot of support, you know. As everyone saw, the last fight, it wasn't meant to happen that way, you know. So everyone's very excited to see this, you know. And yeah, like I said, like where we were brought up, you know, everyone has their story. And if I was to direct this back to the fight, man, where I grew up, mate, revenge is not a pretty thing, brother. And if you get put in a position to avenge what we need to do, it's not a very pretty thing, brother. So Comes April 6th, we're ready to rock and roll.
Well, let's talk about the first fight. Ben Damon called it the round of the year. Now, Liam, you hit the deck first. What was going through your mind when you copped that knockdown?
It was a bit of a shock, bit of a surprise. You know, he worked hard for his shot. Good, he got it. You know, caught me off balance as I was trying to turn out the way. I thought, shit, I've got no choice but to touch the canvas. So
You didn't caught off balance, brother. You did not get caught off balance.
yeah, no, you got me with some
brother.
good shots before, and then you caught me off balance. Down I went.
Exactly.
And yeah, no, I didn't like it. And I thought, nah, fuck this. There's only one way this is going out. I'm going to put you out, and it's going to be now.
It was towards the end of round one. He immediately replies, gives his receipt. You hit the deck next. You got up smiling. Do you think you got a little bit ahead of yourself and you thought you already had the fight won?
Mate, when you get hit with a surprise shot, you get surprised. That's what you do. You smile. I was very surprised. It was a very surprising shot, and obviously going in there like so carelessly, yeah, I was very surprised. I got up, and next thing you know, I was, what the fuck? How did I get down here? You know, and yeah, nah, definitely not ahead of myself, but definitely wasn't there.
Well, you looked like you tried to shake it off. You smiled to him at the end of the round. You went to the corner. You did that after you knocked him down, the old Undertaker. What were you told in the corner before the eventual knockout?
To tell you the truth, I have no memory of what was in the corner. I didn't recover. I didn't even remember that thing. That's how,
Have you watched the fight back?
I watched it many times. And yeah. And from total memory, brother, I don't even remember what was said in the corner. Obviously, from about, from the time I got knocked down to I got up, I was, just surprised, and that was it.
Now, Brandon, you didn't watch the fight back till you got back home in Newcastle that night. What was the feeling of knocking him out cold on the ground?
Yeah, it was pretty surreal. I remember, if we're talking about the knockout, the second knockdown, I remember landing the hook and there just being no resistance in his head. Bang, just felt like I went right through him. And obviously down he goes and it was all over. So crowd roaring, it was pretty unreal. And went home, flicked the telly on, watched myself and that just actually happened. So yeah, mate, it's pretty amazing. I'm ready to do it even worse this time.
Okay. Now, I want to ask you this. It's going to be fireworks again. You guys are going to meet in the middle and throw everything that you have. Are you guys going out there to steal the show away from Tim Tszyu?
That's what it looks like, man. That's what it definitely looks like. Whenever this was gonna happen, whenever this fight was gonna get scheduled in, it was definitely gonna take the attention from whatever it is. I'm surprised that we're not even the main card, you know, because this is it's a huge fight.
Are you going out there to steal the show?
Absolutely. That's our job, you know. It's and this is fireworks written all over it. Everyone's only got to watch the tape of the last fight. Do we even have to sell it?
Mm-hmm. Is it personal to you, Liam, especially after that first knockout?
Man, it's that's an interesting question, brother. As much as it's personal, just the way that it happened, it's not personal to Grach. It's just unfortunate that it was Grach that had to catch me out on that night that I wasn't home. But at the end of the day, it's just unfortunate it had to be him, and it's going to be unfortunate that he had to go down on April 6th for that.
It's personal to you or just business?
It's everything personal and nothing personal at the same time. It's everything personal because of his intentions and mine. And it's nothing personal because he's just the man across the side of the ring for me. So, nothing personal and everything personal at the same time. Bring it on.
What's going through your head now, knowing come April 6th, one of you guys is probably going to get knocked out?
I'm excited, man. I'm excited.
What's
That's
going
it.
through your head?
Definitely excited, mate. Definitely.
Now, Liam, if you had to give me a prediction of how it's going to go, how do you see yourself winning?
With his face dismantled, bro, to be honest. Like, you won't be able to recognise who he is. Because it's just going to be 8 rounds of punish, and that's just how it's going to go down, bro.
Talk me through your prediction. How do you see yourself winning?
Well, he said in the press conference in our last fight, he really wants to go the distance, and that was 6 rounds. And he came out swinging, so who knows? But man, whether it goes 1 round, 2 or 8, when I've seen enough, I'm going to pull the trigger, and it's good night.
Now, some of the most known heavyweights in Australian boxing. Joseph Parker, Justice Hooney, even Paul Gallen. Do you think you two will be remembered as some of the best heavyweights in Australia?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Do you think you'll be remembered?
Absolutely. Look at the previous fight, what's going to happen on April 6th, and where we both go from here. We're two of the best bangers in the country.
Now, he did say he only has a record of 3-0. Left his pro run till very late.
Brother, I made this guy. I made this man right here. I put all the work in up until 6. I've made this guy who he is right now. Without me, without that fight, he wouldn't be who he is right now. If you put that fight with him and John Mailer before me, he still wouldn't be known. He's only known right now because of me.
That's probably true. That knockout was seen millions of times on social media. Do you think you're only known because of this knockout?
No.
Be real, brother. Be real.
Yeah.
Be real.
You know
Be a
what's
man.
real?
Be a man.
You know what's real? All the things that you've said so far, I've already known you're going to say them. I've seen it all. I've seen you say these things. This is just normal. So, no, he didn't make me. I'm going to just continue on doing what I'm doing in the ring and put someone else to sleep.
I thought you were a bro. I thought this guy was actually like a good man. You're a father. I respected you because you were a father. But brother, you know, man, you can't even face your own losses, bro. You can't even be real, brother. You can't even be like, yeah, I found the canvas because Liam dropped me down on the canvas. You can't even face. You can't even say that.
Of course.
Little yet, you can't even be here and go, yeah, that fight made me.
You know, it's
that fight was made me. You're not here, brother.
You
You're
say
not
I'm not here
man,
to admit my,
well,
shortcomings or whatever. Interesting, there's nothing on your social media or whatever about the fight at all. Not a single thing. Are you trying to forget something?
Brother,
completely?
Brother, there's nothing there.
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about, bro? You not owning up to your shit. I thought you were.
You knocked me down?
Yeah, then I knocked you down.
All right, and?
Bro, then I made you, brother. There you go.
He doesn't think that you're the reason he's known in Australia.
But that's
like
all
I
right.
said,
We're gonna correct that very quickly.
Yeah.
On April 6th. And yeah.
Do you think him having only 3 fights is a weakness for him? You got 7 professional fights. Him having only 3. Great amateur career, but is that going to be his downfall?
Brother, Johan had a great amateur career. He was bigger than this lad. He went to the Olympics. Half of the people that I've fought to make that 6, we all had great records. They all had great amateur records, amateur careers behind them. This lad is no different from anyone. He just caught me when I wasn't at home. And on April 6th, that's what's going to happen, brother. You're just going to be one of those boys that got done.
Bring the energy, bro. Bring it on fight night.
Now, Brandon, what's your final message before fight night while he's sitting across from you?
You can talk all the talk, but whoever turns up on fight night, that's who's going to get the job done.
And Liam, what's your final message to Brandon before April 6th?
I'm done with all this shit, bro. I'm just ready to rock and roll. Straight out. And he's going to feel every round of it.
Well, I can guarantee it's going to be the most exciting fight come Sunday, April 6th. Make sure you tune in on Main Event. Thank you, boys. Thank you for your time.
Let's go.